Well, hello, welcome to Double Talk. I'm Mark Steffen.
And I'm Michael Mandel. Which camera's on? I can't tell.
They're
Because
all
there's so
on.
many. Oh, okay.
Pretend they're all on.
Yes.
And this is Double Talk again. This is our Thanksgiving week episode.
Hope you all had a great Thanksgiving and didn't get poisoned.
And, well, if they didn't eat at your house, they're okay.
I know. Well, they'll be watching this anyway.
And so it's the season is really upon us,
This
Michael.
weather, this was a surprise weather a week ago with the snow. God, it's still, it's horrible. How could we even live here? We're going to have to move south, I think.
I love it.
Yeah.
We had snow
No, you
for the
love
first
it.
time.
That's because you were born here. The amount of times you saw snow is like 12.
Well, we used to have it a lot more frequently than we do these days.
Is that global warming?
But, I don't know.
never know.
Well, it is climate change.
It's climate change. And there's a bunch of snowmen around the city. They're not very big because there wasn't that much snow.
There wasn't that much snow.
There's at least on the last weekend there was about 2 inches. It was good. I had a snow car.
Of course, a lot of it turned to rain, or rain turned to snow and sleet.
It's kind of interesting. We're not used to this, so be careful driving because it's not like we're, let's say, back east or up north or like in the Antarctic.
But, it was cold anyway, with snow or no snow. And so it's a good day to stay indoors and eat lots of holiday food.
That's why this is the season of eating. We started on Thursday with Thanksgiving, and it continues to go. It just continues
Till the first of the year.
and the
beyond.
first of the year.
Yeah.
Yes, and then you just make up, and everybody makes resolutions to lose weight after that.
Yes, and not
but you can't make a resolution to lose weight unless you gain some. So eat well.
In moderation.
And we did a tasting of after-dinner drinks. That's Courvoisier, which is a brandy, cognac.
You've got to wash it down with something.
We did sugary after-dinner drinks.
Aperitifs.
No, that would be afterwards. These are just cordials.
Cordials, thank you.
And here's us going into the tasting room, and you'll get an idea of what you can have after dinner. It's sweet.
Well, here we are in the tasting chamber, Michael. What are we tasting?
Well, we kind of ran out of all the things that we normally taste, so we are looking at after-dinner drinks that are usually higher in sugar content than most other things. So they're sweet, they're great for this type of season, the Thanksgiving season, and afterwards it's cold. After your meal, you want to warm up with something sweet, sugary, and alcoholic.
Oh.
So we're starting with this 40 y Tres.
43.
Hopefully I pronounced it right. 43. And this has got 31% alcohol. And we'll let you, this you can get all over it.
Michael, this is extremely sweet.
Wow.
That's the kind of thing you drink once after dinner.
Well, you have an ounce of it. We're taking little bits.
That's true.
Obviously,
We have a lot to get through.
and we can't go throw up in between tastes. So we're going to
Never
do it that
stopped
way.
you before.
Well, I don't usually throw up between tastes.
Oh.
Only after. Because I never drink. I just taste. And I would say sugary, a little bit of honey, a little honey-like.
Right, yeah, it's interesting.
It's got a flavor. It's made in Spain, hence the name 40 y Tres.
Now, where do you buy this?
This you could probably get at Walgreens, and
Really?
we've seen it around. So it's a fun Spanish drink. If you're in the market for something a little different, you could pour this on ice cream.
Yes, you could.
This would be great.
On some nice vanilla bean ice cream.
Yeah, there almost is a little flavor of vanilla in here. It's a very light thing. So, and it does have a little honey thing, maybe a little cinnamon. This is a German one,
Jager.
And one of those words means honey or bee or something. It's like Jagermeister. I don't even know what Jagermeister means. But this is Baden-Jager.
Jager.
And let's see what kind of alcohol this has. This has 35%, so it's almost up there with hard alcohol. It's called a honey liqueur.
Yes, it smells like it too.
And so it's going to be honeyed than You know, you got to click. That means you can still see where the person you're sitting next to is sitting.
Once we start missing on that,
Yes, or just go like that.
every time you click.
Hey, there you are.
This would be good on ice cream too, Michael.
Oh, this, you know, you can taste the honey far more prevalent than in 43. You got to like honey. But also, you can taste a higher alcohol content. It's more, it's got that little burn, just a slight more burn than the 43.
You could pour this on a piece of bread that's got peanut butter smeared on it.
Yeah.
Just pour this
It
right
does
over
feel-
it.
I mean, if you really like the taste of honey, I don't know if that's what people are going for when they're drinking cordials, but
This would be the one to get.
you know, most of these things, you just sit back and watch the snow fall, or, you know, if you live here, cocaine.
Here? Really?
In this town? Oh, maybe it's crack, I don't know, one or the other, but probably not snow. We might be seeing snow. Yeah, this is, they taste a lot alike, except a little bit more, you really know you're drinking honey here.
Yes. That's why there's a picture of a bear on it with a beehive on the label. Now, where can you buy this?
Oh.
I've never seen this in stores.
I don't know. It's not mine. One of the person whose place we're shooting this at brought it in. Most things you can get at Specs,
Specs in El Paso,
Yes.
on the west side near Sunland Park Mall.
and of course, as we said before, Kelly's is coming to town. Probably be here
Next year.
Next year. Everything's going to be next year. We're going to go in a different direction here.
Oh, these are cute.
Aren't they? What are they? Well, one good thing about drinking cordials, it's at the end. You know, the word cordial means being cordial. This is a cute little glass. We're saving these for last because these are most apt to, I don't know what, break, catch in our sleeves, something. I heard a few more clugs in there than we should be doing. This looks like, too bad we can't see it because it's in these glasses.
But it's
It looks
creamy.
like a chocolate milkshake.
Yes, it's called Tres Leches Triple Cream Liqueur.
And of all of them, I think this has the least amount of alcohol. It's got 17% alcohol.
It's very tasty, Michael.
It's like Belly's Irish cream, except
Yes, and you can easily drink too much of this.
it tastes a little fruity. It's got a little, you know, I almost taste strawberry. Did you taste the strawberry thing, or did I bite my tongue? I could have bitten my tongue. I don't know.
It's got a little soupçon or something.
You could use this as a coffee creamer in the morning. As long as your mom doesn't find out, because you don't want your mom finding out. What do you think?
I like it very much.
You
Yes.
like it?
That would go great with coffee.
Except for inhaling it into the back of your throat.
We don't want to do that. We can help it.
Tres Leches, not bad at all.
Again, wonderful on ice cream.
Oh, speaking of ice cream,
Oh yes.
those of you who are familiar with the world of chocolate, this is Godiva, and the Godiva is also, this is 17%. The same people that make the chocolate, obviously they don't sit there and distill chocolate, but they gave their name to some company that will be using it to, this is so much darker than the two first ones we had.
Indeed.
Just have a little, because so Godiva, chocolate liqueur. I think if you want to give your personality the cachet of great wealth, Godiva is the name. This you can get, you know, in Specs. This is probably in Walgreens too.
I bet you can get it at Walgreens. I'm sure I've seen it there.
But I think there's a premium price on it because it says
Yes.
Godiva. Let's see if it's worth that premium price. Man, you could smell. It's 17%, but it smells alcoholic, doesn't it? I
Well-
mean, smells.
You get more flavor after you let it set for a minute on your tongue.
Wow. It has it's sort of cherry, a little cherry thing that spreads. It's
At
almost
first,
like
yes, and then the
eating a
chocolate comes
candy
after
bar with different layers of what is it? The truffle thing and.
that. Yeah, it's got
It's
like a
soft.
fruity beginning and a chocolate finish.
And it's subtle, and it's I would say it warrants the Godiva name because it's a sophisticated booze. And you know, you pay lots of money for the sophisticated stuff, and it looks great. You could probably mix all sorts of weird things with this, like vodka rum. No, I do rum.
Oh, I don't know about that. I'd try it with rum. I would.
You know, it tastes so much more alcoholic than 11%. So, I can't say. We're going to go now to an incredibly high, probably the highest alcohol content of any of the after-dinner drinks we're going to. It's Glaber, which is sort of like Drambuie.
What language is Glaber?
Glaber is probably Erse, which is Scottish. Isn't that Scottish?
Glaber?
Erse.
I don't know.
Oh, let me apologize
How do I
for
know?
telling you Philippines were in the wrong place from last week. I'll apologize now because nobody's going to watch it. Are these clean? So this is made with a base of Scotch whiskey, and it's distilled so that it has more of a sugar content. So if you are fond of Scotch, I would say that you should try this. I don't know if you ever had, if you ever mix Scotch and Drambuie. I guess you could mix Scotch and this, and you get a rusty nail. You had a rusty nail?
No, I've never had a rusty nail.
We don't do rusty nails anymore.
Stepped on one once.
Somebody I know got drunk on one, or more, or more than one.
Well, let's give it a shot.
Check the glasses out. This is cool glasses.
Now that.
Now that is booze.
That's closer to a liqueur than maybe some of these others.
Oh, yeah. The others are sweet, sugary.
This is more
What does this taste like?
stout, shall I say.
A stouter flavor
It's more assertive.
because it's got more booze. So
Yeah.
it's more like Scotch with a little dab of sweet whipped cream on it, perhaps.
Why am I getting
Softness.
a little licorice? Maybe. Now, you know, I don't like licorice, but
What'd
I
you
don't
have-
mind this at all.
what'd you have for
It's
lunch?
very subtle.
You can taste the back flavor in the back of your throat of Scotch. But the forefront does have just a bunch of different flavors.
Yes, quite complex,
I
actually.
guess the licorice, but also, you know, you get that sweet, not quite honey-like, and a little bit of sugary. Whoa.
It's quite good, Michael.
Aren't you Glava? We had it.
Yes. Well, as a Scotch drinker,
Oh, who would do that? Oh, yeah. We both are Scotch drinkers.
you saw, you know, a Scotch aficionado might say, "Oh, why ruin perfectly good Scotch by doing that to it?"
But if you've been drinking Scotch all night, you want something sweet to end your night off.
Might be a way to do it.
Yes. We're going to go into another world. Same world, you know, the sweetness, the thickness. We're going to do the nutty flavors. The Frangelico. Don't you love this? Hopefully, it's in the picture. You know, it looks like a monk. It's got the little thing
There's
there.
rope.
In fact, I don't even like it. This is a hazelnut flavor liqueur, and it's got 24% alcohol. So it's up there between the first ones we had and halfway between the Glava. If you like hazelnut, even if you don't like hazelnut, hazelnut's interesting because Ferrero Rocher pushes their hazelnut candy this time of the season,
Yes.
and nobody goes out of their way looking for hazelnuts. You know, you don't go to a ball game and there's a guy with bags going, "Get your hazelnuts, get your hazelnuts."
Also known as filberts, aren't they?
And they're not going to say "get your filberts" because that sounds just like a comic strip.
But I like the smell.
Oh man,
It
the
smells
smell
very
is.
nice.
It smells.
I know that you're
Rich.
You're crazy with nuts, though. You gotta
I'm
be
nuts.
careful.
We're nuts.
No, but
I'm allowed to do.
You're allowed.
filberts,
Okay.
but not not hazelnuts.
Again, good on ice cream. I think
And it tastes like a hazelnut.
it really does.
It tastes more what?
I've never tried this before. I've seen it for years, and I never got around to trying it.
Yeah, it tastes like a hazelnut with a little sweetness. It's not overbearing in sweetness. You don't taste too much sugar. You'd say that the Frangelico people, the monks up in Frangelica, did it for health. Most booze is for health. All this stuff is healthy.
For medicinal purposes,
Except
only. That's the Frangelicans would say.
Ah, yes. Okay, we're sort of going to finish up, unless we tack, an amended thing on.
We might.
This is a fake amaretto. People are afraid, well, after dinner drinks are expensive. The amaretto that you usually see costs probably about $10 more than this. This is Amaretto de Amore, and the other one's, what's that called? Amaretto. It's just called Amaretto. I think.
What about this makes it different?
This one is made with more of apparently an almond flavor, not the little Frangelico thing. What makes this different? I don't know.
From the other one?
It's made cheaper. We'll see. Have you ever had amaretto? Regular amaretto?
I have.
Oh, the other one's called Amaretto de Serrano. This is Amaretto
yes.
de Amore, which means love, which means they're trying to,
Smells.
If you buy it for your
Very similar.
girlfriend, I'm not saying he's my girlfriend. If you buy it for your girlfriend and it says Amaretto or Amore, it sounds like love. That's what it tastes like. Does it taste like love?
Like amore.
Many of you are familiar with Amaretto, I think.
Again, wonderful on ice cream.
You got to say that almonds are much more subtle than hazelnuts. This is very good.
Plus, it could be healthy for you because almonds contain natural laetrile,
That's true.
which, as we know, cures cancer, right?
So this is a cancer cure. Well,
Down
let's
the
knock
hatch.
this bottle off. We go into these things a little dubiously because we're thinking, gosh, we're not going to be able to drink so many sweet liqueurs or alcohols in a row.
Then we realize, of course we
Hey,
can.
this is really good. Same thing happened to us. Didn't we do rum? Did we do rum?
Yeah, I think we
Yeah, we
did.
did rum.
Who can remember?
We can't remember. The only one we've ever done twice is Irish whiskey. And if we make it up till
St. Patrick's
Day this year, we have to do it the third time. But we always have a little switch to it. Last time we did a patty cocktail, which meant we added sweet vermouth to Irish whiskey. Those were great. We didn't know they'd be so good. We didn't know these would be so good either. Anyway, here's to your health. We'll see you back in the studio. You think?
Well, yes. We're going right next door to our studio where we'll do the rest of the show.
And
We're back.
in Studio 1A.
That's right. And so we learned a lot about those cordials and after dinner
Yeah, we're
drinks.
really happy we did that. Now we're going to go and take a break and have some more.
We'll be back right after these words.
Welcome to La Buena Vida Women's Club, located away from the crowds but close to home. Come in throughout the day for Jazzercise, the world's dance fitness leader for nearly 40 years. Treat yourself to a relaxing massage, or unwind in the lounge area or outside on the balcony with friends. La Buena Vida Women's Club, located and designed with women in mind. For information, call Diane at 650-9721.
Hey, you, come here. Do you want to know the news? The Lost Cruces channel is now on 7 days a week, so keep it right here.
Celebrate, celebrate, Fiesta Motors.
Come and see us today and discover why our service is second to none. In business for over 17 years, we have the right car for you. When you buy a vehicle from Fiesta Motors, we do everything possible to ensure your satisfaction. Located at the corner of El Paseo and Main. See you there.
Celebrate, Fiesta Motors, where buying a car is always a celebration.
And we're back. This is Double Talk right here on Channel 98.
Yes, and we love those drinks. Whereas you have a plentiful amount of money to have after dinner drinks, most people don't have a plentiful amount of money. Therefore, we went to the Convoy of Hope to take a look at a charity thing that was going on this past
That was
weekend.
last Saturday
Yes.
at the Las Cruces Convention Center.
We got
And
some
they have-
footage. We have a picture of the Convoy of Hope, and giving of things is really nice. And we're going to show you what went on. It was great. There's the Convoy of Hope logo, And they're giving out tons of stuff like food, clothes, shoes, chiropractic,
haircuts, community services, health services,
family photos, all sorts of things.
And fun and games, too.
It was great. We had a great time. And here it is.
So we're going to roll that in.
Maybe.
All right, here we go.
Sooner or later. Here's the music.
La Buena Vida Women's Club, located
That's not
away
it.
from the crowds.
That's not it
close
either.
to
That's not it. Hang on. Talk.
And here we are.
Well, you know, I guess you could have fun and games at the Buena Vida Health Center. Here is the place where we actually went to this past weekend. They had a great group outside. Unfortunately, it was very cold. This is a song by Chicago. You can tell. And trumpets, the whole bit.
Back when I liked Chicago, before they got too fancy.
This is the outside. It was pretty cold. There weren't too many people outside.
By the time we got there, which was around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the lines had pretty much gone down. They had stretched almost an eighth of a mile.
And we'll tell you what time it is. It's time to give donations. This is the picture of the layout there. You got your free lunch if you had enough patience to wait. Haircuts, all sorts of things. Shoes, coats. The kids' zone was particularly fun. And we didn't go to the free groceries. But you could have all sorts of health things done to you. She had a lot done. They were closing up. It was 3 o'clock.
Yeah, they had to be out of there by 4 o'clock.
Convention center, you know, keeps packing people in because that's what the convention center was built for, to keep the crowds coming and spending a lot of time in hotels. Although, this is not an example of one of those events where people spent extra money in Las Cruces. These are a list of people who donated.
People who were sponsoring the event there at the convention
Walgreens.
center.
And look, even Las Cruces Channel 98, which is what you're watching. And this also other weird religion, a Jewish star with a fish hanging from it. Kids had a great time there. There were a lot of kids there. They're really cute. There are an awful lot of volunteers.
A lot of volunteers.
And even people who weren't wearing these blue shirts, but look at those little guys. They're so cute. This was the little playroom where we had a great deal of fun because it was kids, to watch kids have fun is really a pleasure.
Yeah, they used the biggest room at the convention center for the fun room. And they had just booth after booth of all kinds of fun things.
Yeah, there's me in a disco ball, as well as being my own partner. It's always good to be aggressive, you know.
Pugilism at its finest.
This was a fun match. We shot this twice because I kid just goes right over.
Let's see that again.
Here it is from this side. Come on, kid, fight this time. Oh, there he goes. It's a good thing they had medical services there. This was a fun thing. I think the idea was that kid was having fun. He wasn't even supposed to be there. But you let the kids go and they try not to break their necks on the way back. All sorts of different things. The duck hunt guys were there. Is that what it's called?
Duck Dynasty.
Duck Dynasty. Well, the pictures of those scary guys were there, and people were shooting ducks with little arrows. I don't know what happens on the show, but apparently it's a funny show.
Rednecks
it's really
hunting
popular.
ducks.
Apparently they have some great philosophy. There's a number of popular little things here. It was packed, this thing. And this is as people were clearing out, so we don't know how crazy it was in the beginning. This gives you an overview of all the fun. More pugilists, more kids bouncing.
This is outside where they had free food and drinks at the Salvation Army van.
And it was still freezing there. That's why it was good to have free food and hot coffee right there. It was
A
pretty
good time
good.
was had by all.
Can't wait till next year.
Except for people who had to stand in line for 3 hours, some of them.
We heard the line went from the convention center all the way to the highway.
Almost back to Interstate 10.
But it seemed like a number of people got in. We were there at the end. We saw the end of the line. and it was good. I'll go there again.
Well, it's
hopefully
proof,
I don't have to, but we'll do it.
proof there's lots of needy people in Doña Ana County.
And people that are willing to help. So always give.
Help
It's a
out where you
season of
can.
giving.
Absolutely.
Now, we're going to get into news, actually, you know, in terms of giving.
We've got a few minutes left.
The person who is the secretary, the designated Secretary of Education, Hannah Scandera.
Wait a minute.
That's when she was in high school. That's when she was called Hannah Montana.
That's Hannah Montana. We don't
now
want to
she's she's even better. Hannah
There she is.
Scandera.
Hannah Scandera. She's the Secretary of Education designate. All right. She hasn't been actually approved by the
Senate or by the Congress, our little state government, because I don't know why.
She was appointed by the governor, but it hasn't been approved by both sides of the House up there.
She actually hasn't proven her credentials, because I don't think she had the credentials. I'm
That's
not
the
sure.
Controversy.
If she could schmooze at least 21 people in the House of Representatives or the Senate in the state, they might vote her in. But she says she doesn't want to do that. She doesn't have time for
She
stuff
doesn't want
like
to campaign,
that.
so she'll just stand on her laurels and hope for the best.
I guess she gets paid the same amount whether she's designated or actually elected. There's also our school board is trying to get some more money, so they're going to be voting for some new taxes, which aren't new taxes. They're just taxes that replace the taxes that would have been gone had they not voted for them. They'll probably vote for them just so they could fix up the schools. They're working on Las Cruces High. They just finished the new Centennial High School.
Well, they
So
say
is
that
money.
they say that if these bonds are elected or voted in, our taxes won't go up to property owners. It's property owners that pay all these things.
But they won't go down
bond
either.
Elections, but they won't go down.
They keep going up.
These taxes never have a way of going down. They only go up, or sometimes stay the same. But this is the first time that a school bond election will benefit charter schools.
Be allowed to benefit charter
Yes.
schools.
So the vote will be next year. I don't know the date.
The 2014
So go out and
board.
vote.
Decide, look at the issues, figure out charter schools need money, they'll get a proportional amount, and they're very minuscule compared to the enormous number of other schools we have.
Right. So if you see a sign that says school bond election, that's what they mean.
You have another opportunity to do that. And here's what's going on this weekend is Nora, which is a version of Dollhouse by Henrik Ibsen, a monumental play from the 19th century.
Updated.
Updated by a famous Swedish
The great
director.
Ingmar Bergman.
Should be
Yes.
great. It's at the Black Box Theater this weekend and for the next 3 weekends.
So that's about it, Michael. We're out of time.
Yeah, maybe we'll see you guys at
We did a lot
Nora.
this past week, and we wanted to share it all with you. Thanks for joining us once again right here on Double Talk. Mark Steffen,
Michael Mandel.
and we'll see you here next week.